Welcome to Tech and Test, where we unravel the intricacies of technology, delve into the world of software engineering, and challenge the boundaries of software testing. Your host, Peter Johnson, will help you navigate the digital landscape, exploring the latest in tech, sharing insights into software development, and talking to the people that drive our digital world. Now, let's dive into today's episode.
And welcome to another episode of Tech and Test with me, Peter. I'm in Rohan's house. Hi, Rohan.
Hello, Peter. How
Hello.
are you today?
I'm very well. Thank you for coming on my podcast, Tech and Test. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So, Rohan, I've heard you're really interested in computer science, right? So you're still at school?
Yes, I've just started high school, and I really enjoy computer science. I got an interest in it when I was 8 years old, and my dad saw an advert for a coding academy.
Okay.
So we went down one day, and it was close to where we live, so it was easy to get there. And I really enjoyed it, so we started going there. And I think I started to go there for like 3 years, but then it was starting to get a bit harder because it was on a Saturday morning. So
Right.
And we stopped that, but then I kept doing it at home. So I'm now doing CS50 from online, and yeah, I really enjoy it.
Awesome. So what got you interested in computing and computer science and learning about this topic?
Well, I sort of got into it online when I was watching videos on YouTube and
Okay.
stuff like that. But yeah, it really interested me. And then I was telling my mum and dad about it, and yeah, they found this online, and then I thought, yeah, that sounded really good, and we went, and I really enjoyed it.
So you've heard of AI, right? Artificial intelligence.
Yes, it's a very big topic now. I mean, they have it in our phones, our computers, and our everyday life.
And I remember we spoke earlier this summer, right? And you were talking about a book you were writing on AI.
Yeah, so I started it a couple of months ago now, and it's basically talking about how AI will become in the future and how it's grown over the years, from Alan Turing's chess game,
Right.
to what we have today in our phones, and helping us to write adverts or stuff like that.
And what do you think are some good things about AI, and possibly some more challenges or things that we need to be aware of with AI? What do you think are some of the key challenges that you will think AI will have in the future?
Well, when people are using it for the wrong kind of things, so plagiarizing and stuff
Right.
like that. Because recently there was a big lawsuit with an AI bot that basically created music,
Okay.
but because it was creating music that was too close to copyrighted music tracks, it was facing a lot of issues in the law. So that's one of the issues it could have. But then it's with that so many good things, like being able to take out the key points in every sentences.
Yeah, so good for summarizing
yeah.
text and data. Yeah, I think AI is a really interesting space. There are a lot of challenges, right? Because with these models, they're not always fully correct. And
Yeah.
we need to keep a track on what data is used to train them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of challenges, but a lot of positivity, right? So in medicine, you could look at trying to do some diagnosis using AI to look at images, right? So there are benefits to AI as well. But I find it really cool that you've used your initiative to write this book. I think that's a really great step. And so how far in this book have you come with writing?
Well, I'm a couple thousand words in, and
Okay.
I'm talking about how good it is, and some of the downsides, as well as some of the really good sides of it. Not just focusing on all the good sides, because there are some,
Yeah. But yeah, sort of having a balanced opinion on it. And so at school, you're studying computing, right? You do some computing lessons?
Yes. So we just started in high school, and they said that we are going to be learning a bit of programming
Okay.
in high school,
Awesome.
but we haven't started it yet. But I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. Do you know what sort of languages you may be using coming up?
Well, Python, I think they're going to start us off with.
Awesome.
I'm like learning C right now, but the first language I learned was JavaScript when I started the Code Academy. They started us off with JavaScript modules and like explained it to us and had like one-on-one talks about.
Okay. Awesome. Have you built anything with JavaScript or any coding language yet?
Well, some things of like, you know, some simple games and like little website things. But yeah, it's been really fun. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
So, you know, you're learning all these topics about computing, programming. You'll be learning. Where do you think you want to be in the future? Like, where do you think your career will take you, or what do you want to do when you get a bit older?
Well, I'd like to, of course, have a good education, and that'll be very credible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to be an entrepreneur, so have some sort of business that I've created, or working for like Apple or Google or Microsoft.
I see. Wow, you got really big dreams. That's awesome. Like, I love how you're keeping your options open, and I love the idea that you're considering setting up your own business. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, Rohan. So you were telling me you've been to Bletchley Park.
Yeah, I went to Bletchley Park with my dad. So it was we got to see all the Enigma decoding and coding. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Also, so you saw the Enigmas, which were developed like, I don't know, 1926 when they earliest models on display, I think, were at Bletchley Park, right? So you saw that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really fun. We made a day out of it. We went to Milton Keynes, and nice. That was really fun.
Did you also get a chance to go into I think it's called the National Museum of Computing? I think they've got a massive, it's called Colossus. It's like the world's first electronic computer. Did you see that as well?
Yeah, I saw that. That was massive, especially compared to nowadays computers.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see a laptop and it'll be like the size of an A4 piece of paper. But then we've gone from the Colossus to that.
Yeah, amazing. I think, you know, that's where technology's improved. Like back then, I think they had to use like valves to make those computers. And I think Colossus has like, 2,500 valves or something, right? And if you think now how many transistors we have in like the iPhone or the latest version of an Android phone, you can see how technology has improved. And so this is kind of what's exciting about technology and about computing, is just things keep improving all the time.
Where will it go in the future and stuff like that? I remember, I think, a quote by someone like back in them days, and they said that in the like a long time in the future, there'll be computers the size of a village and stuff like that in a town, because they thought the bigger it is, the more powerful it is.
Right.
But of course, that wasn't true sometimes. But yeah,
it's really cool. And so, what other hobbies do you have? So you enjoy computing. You played with developing in JavaScript. You're learning some coding at school soon. What other hobbies do you have?
Well, I like playing pool and snooker.
Awesome.
And I've seen this thing online, but I think it was a failed project where they had a projector on top of the pool table,
right?
And it basically like helped you with your shots and your movements.
Ah, nice.
So it would like tell you, you know, how to move your finger and how much like force to put into it, and you'd be able to see it when you were looking because there was a projector down and there was a camera. But yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, I'd love to use something like that one day, or maybe even create one myself or something like that.
Definitely. When you create something like that, I definitely invite me round, and you can talk me through it and how you created it. That sounds really cool. So if you were able to like create a new project now, what do you think that project would be?
Well, I would like to do something where I'm coding, but also having like real life things.
Right.
Like, you know, if like you 3D printed something or actually made a prototype and like got to code with it. But I'm not sure what I'd actually make. But the world is your oyster, anything really.
Yeah, so you want to create something that actually is physical and it exists within the physical world as well, not just in the virtual space.
And it actually does something for you. Well, like does something really good for you.
Yeah.
Like helps you out in a really good way or something like that. Yeah, a really good invention.
Awesome. And when you're at like school and you're do a lot of your friends like computing as well?
Well, back in my old school, in my primary school, there was one person that actually liked computing and stuff like that. But yeah, we'd had the same interest and same place to come in. But now I don't know because I just moved to high school.
I see.
But yeah.
Cool. So exciting times for you to learn and meet new friends and get into the I think with friends, it's nice to have common interests, right? And if you find someone else that has the same interests as you, it's a lot easier
to talk about it.
You get to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons I invited you on the podcast is I could see your passion for computing, your passion for programming and learning and curiosity. And I was really wowed by, you writing a book on AI. And I think that was really cool. So I'd love to read it when it's finished.
Yeah, definitely. Free copy.
Thank you. It's awesome. So you were just telling me actually about this, your idea you had, right, to do with AI. And so could you talk me through, I think it's a great idea. Could you tell me what this is?
So basically, it's like an AI personalized one-to-one tutor that doesn't just give you all the answers,
right,
but explains it to you in a deeper way and explains it to you into a way that you can understand and in a way that it thinks that you will understand more. So like you'll do a small quiz and then from that it'll understand how capable you are and then give you small modules and little bits of explanation or videos and stuff like that to aid you in your maths, English, science, stuff like that.
That sounds awesome. I remember when I was at school, if you had some tailored like tutor, because sometimes getting access to the right tutor is hard, right? And you need to
someone who knows you well.
They need to know you well, right? So with an AI model, if you were able to train it based on, your personal performance and give you feedback on that, I think that's pretty awesome. I definitely think that's a cool idea.
And like another thing, it could be like a study companion as well. So basically, if you're struggling on a piece of work, you could ask it, "Oh, I don't know how to do this type of thing. Can you give me an example and explain it to me in a way that I can understand?"
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I think ChatGPT and these kind of other like large language models do some of that. But what you're talking about is something that's more personalized, right?
And is built for that especially, not just
a generic...
a wide range of things that you can do with a chatbot. But there's so many chatbots out there, the main one being ChatGPT. But I think it'd be good to start something new with the AI.
Yeah, I think the thing with AI, it's so, diverse. It's so, it takes a lot of data to train a model, right?
So lots of data.
Yeah, lots and lots. So I think that's the first challenge. But also it's a case of AI is not always going to be right.
No.
So how do we deal with when it's wrong, right?
Yeah. There's always going to be some time right now.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future this won't happen, but where AI will fail a tiny bit or give you a bit of wrong answers.
Yeah.
Because it's not been properly trained.
Yeah. I think that's always going to be the challenge with AI is finding out where the intricacies where we failed with training some data, right? What data was it trained on? What are the things we missed with training on the data, right?
It's all about learning from your mistakes.
Yeah. So I guess the challenge here is when we put these AI models into production, people can start using them. So how do we test and ensure that the models are suitable and not giving so many
robust and not just
exactly. So, but I love the idea. I love this idea of having this personalized AI bot. For example, my son is quite young. He's a 5-year-old. He's learning to read and learning to write.
Yeah.
it would be cool if instead of him playing games on his tablet, which
He's
are
playing educational games.
let's assume they're educational, but let's assume that these educational games are actually training on my son's performance in the right. So the school sometimes gives some applications which are to practice maths and to watch these videos, but they're not personalised.
No, they're just generic.
They're just
what
generic.
Children are learning.
Right. So what you're talking about is having the same kind of maybe application, but it's like AI driven. So that if your son or daughter makes a mistake on some maths problem, it can kind of go, okay, you've made a few of those mistakes. Maybe we can recommend a different topic for you to learn that's more tailored. And
then give you slightly more different explanations.
Yeah.
For that topic, and like explain it on a more deeper level, not just touching on it. If they think that you don't understand it fully yet.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. I definitely would, use an app like that. It would definitely help my son with his learning. So I think that's really cool. So Rohan, tell me, what's something that you're looking forward to doing in the future?
Well, I'm looking forward to like working together in groups and creating a nice project that is useful, of course, and hackathons and stuff like that. Like
awesome.
Meeting new people and getting to work on something new, and all like seeing what other people can do and like working together.
So you really want to be in like a hackathon with some other students building something cool and new and amazing.
Yeah.
So it sounds like what you really want to be doing is building that chatbot that you just discussed.
Yeah.
But maybe before then, maybe a smaller project,
something to start off.
Something to start off with, a small. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool, because I think something we face as like software engineers or AI engineers, data scientists, or whatever in that space and tech space, is working with other engineers and working. Like software is built by teams of people, right? When there's no like one individual that builds the whole
everything.
Yeah. So one of the key things that's quite important for working in tech is like working with other individuals and being able to still work with people and communicate effectively. And I think they're really important skills. I think I like the idea of you working in a team and like a hackathon or building something. So I think that's really cool. And if you find maybe some friends at school, maybe you could build something together, when you start learning some programming. Yeah,
that'd be good. Something smaller to start off with someone else. So I'm not like the tons of workload to do. But that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing what you build. I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, you'll be the first tester.
Definitely. And, this is a tech and test podcast. So part of my work is testing software. So I write software to test software.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, and who knows, in the future, we can use more and more AI to kind of help us achieve some of our testing missions, right?
Yeah.
So, it's going to be an interesting space with how AI integrates with our current work.
Yeah.
But thank you, Rohan, for coming on Tech and Test. I really appreciate your time. And thank you for the invite, for coming into your kitchen and being able to talk through your ideas of what's coming up in your future. I wish you all the best with your studies.
Thank you.
And I really would love to see what you create. And I think it's going to be awesome. Whatever you do, I have a lot of faith that you're going to create something amazing.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Hello, it's Peter. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tech and Test. I personally appreciate it, and I hope you got something out of it too. If you're interested in subscribing, please do, because then you don't miss any episode I've created. And you can also visit techandtest.co.uk, which has all the episodes that I've created. And you can visit peterintest.com for my personal blog too. So I'll see you on the next episode.